Alright, y'all, real quick before we get into the video, man, I just want to take the time to say thank you to anybody who's tuning in and watching my videos for the first time. I appreciate each and every one of you, man. We're at 629 subscribers. Subscribe if you're new. Like, comment, let me know what you enjoyed about the video or any constructive criticism. It's all appreciated, but I'm not going to waste any more time, man. I'm going to get straight into the video, man. So I'm out of here. Alright. What's the deal, family? Welcome back to the place where they do it the best. That's the real TV. You know me, man. It's your boy Mo, and we back with another video. And today, man, I got some fire for y'all, man. I was watching a lot of Madden. Recently, I was just keeping up, you know, trying to see what's going on as far as the tournament life, because I do plan on competing myself personally. And, yeah, man, I've been grinding some MUT Draft, trying to, you know, qualify and stuff like that. It's been a tough road, but I'm going to prevail. I'm going to keep on grinding. And if I don't make it, then, you know, I try my best. But today, man, I'm bringing y'all some defensive money that I seen during the tournament, the Seattle Club Series, actually. And it was ran by Young Kid. Young Kid ran his defense to perfection, and honestly, I think it was really great to see him run this defense, because it's really helpful for anybody to run. Like, this defense is really good, and I think that if you have the time to get in a lab and practice this defense and run it a little bit and learn how to make different adjustments and stuff out of it, you will be perfectly fine running it. And it's pretty much a universal defense. Now, the play that he was running and blitzing out of is not in this formation, in this nickel normal either that I have. It's not in this nickel normal, but he was running the nickel normal. So you can pretty much run the defense out of pretty much any play. But a lot of people are running trips tight end and gun bunch, and he was absolutely locking them down. I mean, people really didn't have anywhere to go with the ball. Now, mind you, given they were blocking a lot of people to, you know, block his blitz, so that was the most effective part of his game. It was his blitz, but the blitz is pretty much universal, so you can probably just come out in nickel blitz too, and you'll be all set up to run this blitz. And as far as the subs and the adjustments, he had two safeties playing right here. That was the because they were playing salary cap. He had two safeties playing right here. That was just to give him better zone coverage and better man coverage, as far as, you know, manning these guys up or putting them in zones, because he was doing that a lot. But all in all, bro, the defense was just lights out. I mean, like, he really didn't do too much, like anything special. He just kind of just ran everything. So I'm gonna come out of nickel blitz 2 here and kind of just go up against something that you see often in the Z spot. Most oftentimes he was using here, and the simple thing with your defense, you just base a line. You just want to baseline press, and then you want to pinch a D-line, slant them down, pinch linebackers. He probably blitz all and then rezoned his user or manned him up somewhere. And then this is what made the defense so special. You see him, these guys playing a little far outside. Most times he would scoot those guys in a little bit just so they can bump those guys initially. But to the side of the bunch, he would give them an outside quarter right here, and he would play an inside third right there, and sometimes bring this guy down. And most times, if he was just sending 5, he would put this inside guy in a hard flat. This inside linebacker right here, you see it right here, he would put this guy in a hard flat. And this was confusing the defense, because they didn't know if he was, you know, blitzing or, you know, what he was doing as far as his zones and how he was adjusting. And most times he would man this guy up just so he can get out of there pretty quickly. But all in all, man, the defense is just ridiculous. I mean, you see it here with nobody blocked. That's going to get you pressure all day long. You're going to be screaming at the quarterback, and he ran this defense consistently the entire club series. I mean, this was his defense against I forgot his other opponent, D Croft. This was his defense against him, and this was his defense against Killer Mike in the championship round. I don't know why I couldn't think right there, but that's basically how he played the gun bunch. And sometimes he would just blitz this guy and kind of lurk all of this side by himself and the middle a little bit. he would probably just get right here and kind of go for this flat route or this out route. He wouldn't start there initially from the play. He would still start right here. But with him using, he would probably man up further outside just so he could get a faster break off the line. And that was pretty much it as far as how he ran that against Gun Bunch. Now we're going to jump over into talking about trips tight end. Against the Gun Bunch, sometimes he would make adjustments like this to where he could go boom. You press that guy up. And he would put that guy right here in a hook curl. I don't know why they're not freaking pinching. There we go. But he would put this guy in a hook curl just so he could defend the flat himself. He would put that guy in a hook curl so he could defend the flat himself. And he would just chase over there. Like, that was just it. He would go get over to that flat. So you see him here. And he would be lurking. And he would be user defending the flat most of the time himself. But honestly, that really wasn't how he would run it. The only time you really hook curled that guy is if they ran the bunch away. Like, if they ran the bunch away from the side that he was blitzing, he would hook curl this guy. So boom, you see right there, you get a hook curl, get a outside quarter, which he would probably move out. He wouldn't want him pressed up on him like that. And then boom, you see it right there. This is probably the look you would get against, you know, a bunch away. This is how he would run it away from, you know, away from that inside linebacker. If they shut up their bunch to that side, he'd run it like this, and then he would just lurk this flat by himself. And you see him just chilling. And he would have pretty good defense. I mean, like, this defense is solid all the way around. Now, against trips tight end, most of the time you're going to be facing a blocked running back, but he was still making the exact same adjustments for this. I mean, he would even just hard flat this guy just because most of the time you know that they're going to run some short routes over there and they're trying to hit these deep crossing routes. So he would hard flat that guy, and he would put this guy in the outside quarter over here, inside third this guy, and that was pretty much the defense. But against the trips tight end, this was his main defensive setup. Sometimes he would even drop that defensive end out into a hard flat, just depending on what they did as far as their defensive adjustments. I mean, their offensive adjustments. You just got everything covered. No running back block. The blitz is screaming, and most times this blitz is so good that you would see people trying to go and get the ball up to a quick read that was initially open, and they wouldn't be able to because they would get hit. The pressure would be so quick that they would get hit, and that got him, you know, quite a few picks, quite a few you know, good down and distance situations and stuff like that. And honestly, I'm gonna start trying to work on this defense and learning the different adjustments and stuff like that. But you want to make sure you have guys who can press well on these outside corners right here who are pressed up. You want to make sure those guys can press well. You want to make sure they got good zone coverage, and you just want to, you know, make sure you're doing good with your user and stuff like that. But most times you're going to be able to take away the deep crosser routes. You're going to be able to take away, you know, the flats and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it for this video, man. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Use this defense. Shout out to Young Kids, man. Your defense is insane, and congratulations to you for winning the Seattle Club Series. But that is it for this video. Like I said already, man, it's me, Jmell, you watch Real TV.